go over some of these oil names now. Now, this is SGY. I went over this last week. Clean bull flag, and we've got the breakout. When we look at it from the weekly perspective, it's even better. But as you could see here, right, this trend line that's been holding us back for years, since 2015, we're starting to peak over it. Look at this massive volume coming in. This was at the beginning of 2022. This is mad bullish. Do not sleep on these oil names. So this is what we'd love to see, right? If we get any sort of back test on this trend line, I feel like that'll be a massive opportunity to buy. So I'd be looking, if we get a back test, to buy the dip, right? Look at the bearish volume dying here. We might just see a nice clean melt up. So what I want to look at is this 8 EMA. If we can hold this 8 EMA and continue rising, we'll probably see a nice run in these oil names. So SGY, Surge Energy, it's a Canadian name, and I'd just be paying attention to around probably $10. That was an area that we had some sort of stall in, right? So this right around here, pay attention to that area, and above at $15, that's where we've been held back for a long time. So man, there's opportunity in this name, and the chart is shaping up so nice right now. So I'd be paying attention. If we come back to that 8 EMA, it's a buy zone, because it's now been proven that this is our support. We have CPG, right? Another oil name that's been on the weekly time frame. We're just cruising, holding that 8 EMA, right? This is what we want to see on these names, them to continue holding the 8 EMA just like this. So that'll be a signal that you can continue buying the dip, right? Until it breaks below the 8 EMA, that's when it's telling us there's going to be a period of consolidation. As you can see around here, over here, we break below, and then over here, we cross under. This was around 7 weeks of consolidation, 7, 8, 9 weeks. But right now, we're getting that clean breakout. I'd be looking 1146. It looks like we want to start moving up slowly towards that 1146 area, which was previous resistance. So I'd be paying attention to that. Now, this one is a little bit behind. ARX, right? Again, we had on the daily time frame this triangle being drawn out, and we end up breaking out, which is beautiful, man. These names, like, I love seeing this, because these are like small patterns that are a part of my system, and like seeing them break out is a good sign, right? So again, daily 8 EMA is being held. Weekly 8 EMA looks great. This zone, right, 1578, it was our previous resistance. We want to break up over. It might take some time. We might go sideways for a little bit and then get that break up. But overall, these Canadian oil names are super intriguing. Again, shout out to Matt for bringing this to my attention, because these names, man, they look great. So if we do break above this 1578, as you could see, there was resistance here at 1836-ish. So I'd expect we could get a push right up into that zone, right? These names, 17.5%, that's a decent opportunity if you're looking for a quick trade. If we're looking longer term, right, look at this uptrend. You just want to see this uptrend to continue make higher highs and higher lows, which it looks like it's been doing since pretty much August 2020. So things look good here. We have a higher resistance at 24 on ARX, and that would be like the best situation for us if we just go straight up into that area, which is like around a 53% trade. I think it would take a longer period of time, but the opportunity's here. NOG, bullish engulfing right here on the weekly. So far, it's only Monday, but we want to see this continue. This looks great. We're getting some sort of cup on the weekly time frame right around here, and that looks good, man. It's holding up again, like the previous ones, right? We're continuing to create these higher highs and higher lows, which is a sign that this uptrend is valid. So this trend line right here is what I'm looking for us to break up over. Maybe even if we look at it from this perspective, just this 27 to 28.50 range. That's our resistance. So if we can curl up into that zone, take some time, and then break up over it, we got our next target at $45. So there's definitely, again, right, 63%. There's opportunity here. Especially because, like, look at these names, right? They've been massively downtrending for years, since 2011. Like, this could be the opportunity now where we see these oil names get their bullish run for the next little while. So it's worth paying attention to, no lie. And then PBR, this is a new one we got added. I like how all these names have some sort of a trend line, right? They're starting to change their downtrend characteristics that have been happening over the past few years. So since 2020, right, this one's been nicely uptrending, which is perfect to see if you're a bull in this case. So next, we want to see this, hang around this trend line. We don't want to get too big of a rejection around here. We want it to hold and then go sideways for a bit, which it looks like it's starting to do here. And then we get that breakout. So it could be coming soon, right? I'll look at the rest of the names. This one's an American name, but look at some of the American oil names, right? US oil looks like it's going up. Again, the only downside is that it has been uptrending for a while. Maybe it might need a longer period of going sideways before we get that breakout, right? So if this goes sideways for a few months, I still think it would be a pretty bullish setup, especially because we got this trend change, the upper trend line that's being held. Like, we need to hang around here, so then that weekly 8 EMA gets caught up, and then we can get that push. So that's what I'm looking for on PBR. But overall, all these oil names look great. Peace, guys.